Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Dear Detective by Lee Bermejo. Hopefully I've pronounced that correct. Now, Lee was an artist I became sort of more aware of him from his run on Batman Damned, which was a phenomenal run. It was the 3 issues only. I believe it was the first in the Black Label print as well. There was a bit of controversy in regards to the nudity, but the thing itself was the run. It was fantastic, and the art was just absolutely exquisite. It was just almost perfect. It really was. So when I heard that he was going to be doing a book all on his own, I jumped at the chance and I thought, yep, definitely want to see what this is like. You know, if his writing style is anywhere near as good as his art, then this could be a really good book. I was a little bit surprised to see that there wasn't a Black Label print on it. I haven't really been keeping up to date with it, so I don't know if they've discontinued that run. But I did actually appreciate that, and I thought that was actually a really good idea. You know, having something that's with these characters that we know and love, but something that's a bit more for a mature audience. And that's kind of what I thought this would be, to be honest. You know, I thought this was going to be a very kind of gritty, extravagantly drawn sort of Dark Knight run, or at least a sort of one-off. What I got was something a little bit different, and something that I honestly wasn't too impressed by, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's a difficult one to really talk about without giving too much away. But obviously it's called Dear Detective, and it's about Batman Bruce. It sort of seems like he's reading a letter. We don't know who it is, but a letter to, you know, Batman. And then it details essentially a night in the eyes of Batman and the things that he does. The problem I have with it is there is so little story here. Like, it's virtually non-existent. It starts off with, I think, more writing than you see in the entirety of the book combined, like everything else combined. There's the start of the letter. So it makes it think that maybe this is a letter from Riddler. It's a letter from potentially Two-Face, even the Joker. You know, there's elements of everything that's going in there that makes you think, who could this be? Who could this be? I'm not going to spoil, you know, who it is. But it's an interesting concept, and I really like it. The problem is there is nothing to it. It's so shallow. It doesn't do any kind of deep dives. It doesn't ask you to do anything. There's no real kind of thinking aspect to it. You're there as a reader just to essentially let the art kind of flow over you, and that's about it. And I've spoken in the past about the fact that I am more than happy to pay a premium price for a premium product. And for Lee's art, definitely premium product. His artwork is phenomenal. I could probably just pick out just any number of these pages and show you a couple. I mean, they are just divine, and I, along with some of the others, I would love to have any one of these pages I would have up on my wall, because they are just gorgeous. But it doesn't help towards any kind of story. The story is so thin and flimsy that there's nothing really there. So even the back is a collection of groundbreaking cover art presented for the first time prestige oversized format. It didn't say any of that on the site that I bought it. You know, this was very much marketed as, you know, Lee's, essentially his first title, his first solo title, and there we go. So I would have probably not bought it if it was as kind of stated, you know, just a series of cover art. As good as the cover art is, I don't think it warrants the price. And I'm sorry to say that, because his artwork is phenomenal. It really is. But I think you have to have a little bit of both in there. I'm sure I've spoken in the past about if you have an amazing story, but the art is trash, you can still get connected with the story itself. You can still like really enjoy it. I've read books where the art is phenomenal, but the story's trash, and I'm still engaged with the artwork at least. But in this particular aspect, you've got the artwork being absolutely astonishing. There's absolutely no story. So there needs to be even a little bit more of a story there, just to help it a little bit. But because there is virtually nothing, I really don't think it's worth that kind of premium price. There's not really much more to say. I'm disappointed in the fact that I don't think this is worth the, I think it was $7.99 or so. It's a beautiful piece of it's a beautiful collection of artwork, without doubt. It's phenomenal. And if I were to ever meet Lee, I would probably ask him to sign a couple of these pages as along with that. But I can't tell people that you need to go and buy this if you're a Batman fan, or you need to go and buy this if you're a Bermejo. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing his name. If you're his fan, you know, it's just it's really not worth that, and it kills me to say it, because I want to like pretty much everything, and it's a real shame with this. But you know, that's life. You know, sometimes things are great, sometimes things aren't. But if you guys have read, if you have even purchased Dear Detective, please let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because it really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next video.